Schwarzenegger would tell like the janitor, like, hey, give me that mop. Let me show you. You got to do it like this to get your shoulders in it. I mean, people say like the McBain guy is over the top in The Simpsons, but Schwarzenegger really was Schwarzenegger on every level with everybody, with the person who made the coffee to the executives. You got the same guy.
Yeah.
I could see him telling Alan Horn, you got to do more push-ups,
Yeah, but he was on when he the minute he landed on the studio lot, he was on. He was performing. The whole lot is a stage. Okay.
Right.
And he was on. I would imagine he was very different in the governor's office if it was just
probably
an assistant. But if guests came in, I'm sure he then became the Terminator again.
He'd work out at the fitness center by himself, no entourage, and he'd spot you or talk to you. And you had a friend, right? He was trying to show her exercises or something. She got pissed
Andrea
off.
Goodlerner. Yeah, Andrea Goodlerner was one of the executives in accounting, I believe. I mean, she wasn't but I don't know which level of accounting she was doing. And but she was doing the thing that was in the middle of the floor, and it was like chains in the ceiling, and you do some sort of thing where you're and so she's doing that, and he comes over and shows her how to do it and everything. And I'm up on one of the bikes on the upper level. I used to start my workout on the bike and then go do my thing. And so I'm watching all this. By the time I got down onto the floor, she was gone and he was gone too. What they did was, well, anyway, so let me continue about Andrea. So I called her when I go to lunch, I come back and then I called her, Andrea, how much you paying that trainer of yours?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
And she goes, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I'm just so embarrassed. And then I saw there was they did have personal trainers there. They did have people there who you could engage as personal trainers, but mostly they would be on the floor to make sure you weren't getting hurt. You weren't hurting yourself using this stuff. So she said she went over, and I can't remember the name of the guy. I'm picturing his face, but I just don't remember. She goes, oh, I'm so embarrassed. And I went over and I talked to, and Arnold was doing it wrong. Arnold was telling me to do it the wrong way.
I love how everyone relitigates the exercise technique. All right, so that brings us to a fun part of the conversation that's unscripted, which is the Warner Brothers Fitness Center. Now, Loda had worked out with Clint Eastwood there. You'd see people in there all the time, but one of
Robin Williams,
Rob Lowe from West Wing,
and when Kurt Russell was bulking up for Soldier, he was in there every day. Yeah.
But you have a great story about Joel Silver, our buddy, on the trying to actually decathlon his way through an exercise routine or something. You told a really funny story about
what
someone
was
pitching him an idea.
I went to the gym. There was a day where I didn't see much on my schedule, and I think it was the early afternoon. It was at after lunch, or it could have been 10:30 in the morning. I don't remember. It was a day where there was nothing on my schedule. There wasn't really anything that needed to be attended to. This will be a good time to just go work out while I can. I'll just go do this. So I go to the gym, and I have to climb over. Literally, I have to climb over the Silver Pictures golf cart because he's blocking the door. Okay. And my first thought was, I didn't think it was Joel. I just thought it was somebody from Silver Pictures, maybe one of the women that, because the women were always good about working out. I thought maybe it was, one of the women there that was working out, and it's like, you can't walk over here as part of your workout. So my first thought was, you couldn't make this part of your workout to just walk over here. Okay. And then I go and I get in there. I don't notice anything. I go into the locker room. I get my gear on. I go up the stairs, and there's Joel in his pajamas. He's pedaling the stationary bike, and it's going just fast enough to keep the power on. Okay. Okay. He's not breaking a sweat. Okay. He's going just fast enough for the power to be on. And there's a guy pitching a script to him.
Yeah.
While he's there. While he's doing that. I'm like, if I had an iPhone then.
Yeah.
You would have video. You would have video for this show.
That is right out of Curb Your Enthusiasm right there. I remember working out with Arnold, and I was doing 90-pound dumbbells on the incline, and I'm feeling really good about it. And he's keeping an eye on me, spot me, and he goes, I'm done, and I'm thinking I'm kind of impressed with myself. You know, he upped everyone up their exercise game when he was in the fitness center, and he'd be like, and he at the end of it, he goes, "Not enough weight. This is too little for you. If you can get to 8 or 9 reps, then you need to increase the weight." Like it was just he was always constantly offering advice, but in a weird way, he'd kind of comedically put you down and then try to build you up simultaneously. It's just he had a very funny way about him.
Yeah,
but there was some funny
showing off. He was just showing off. He was on.
Yeah.
The thing is that nobody was there except for Kurt Russell. Nobody was there to bulk up. Everybody was there just to stay toned.
This is funny because we've never actually talked about the culture at the Warner Brothers Fitness Center, which was pretty funny. And, there were some hilarious stories out of there. And the celebrity, George Clooney, always playing basketball there and all those guys.
And that was the thing, too. If you wanted to impress guests you had for lunch, you'd go to the commissary and then you'd take the long way back, which would be around the back there next to the gym where they had that basketball court, and George Clooney was always out there playing basketball. So you could be assured of giving your guests a star sighting, And
he was good about it. He was good about he would talk to everyone on the lot too. Anyone, he would just open up and say hello.
Yeah, George was always a really, really good guy.
Your road to redemption is paved with tombstones. No quarter, kill all masters. Go to noquarterkillallmasters.com. Rated R.